So tonight, a major consumer alert just days before one of the biggest meals of the year, a recall on romaine lettuce hitting the U.S. Thanks for choosing us tonight. I'm Katie Rammel.
And I'm Steve Irvin. Tonight we have team coverage on this growing problem, and we'll talk with Arizona health officials in just a few minutes. But first, ABC 15's Zach Crenshaw joining us live from the Fry's near 44th Street in Thomas, where they and other stores are pulling the lettuce off their shelves.
Yeah, Zach, the CDC not taking any chances with this.
They aren't, Katie. They want to take every possible precaution because right now they don't know how or where this outbreak began. So far, 32 people have been infected in 11 different states. 13 of those people have been hospitalized. Already, we are seeing stores across the country, like this Fry's you see behind me, pulling lettuce off their shelves, getting it, trashing it if need be. And the majority of the bag salads in this Fry's have already been taken off their shelves. The CDC says if you aren't sure about your salad mix, if it contains romaine or not, pitch it. It is not worth the risk. And if you've eaten romaine recently in the last week or so, and you have it in your house, clean out your fridge and countertops because it can linger there. Now, while most shoppers won't have the option to buy romaine lettuce in the next couple of days, some told me they're going to throw out their romaine tonight and think about buying it in the future.
Better safe than sorry. I wouldn't want hospitals flooded with patients because they got sick from eating some lettuce, over the holiday weekend.
I can't speak for anybody else. I certainly heed every warning.
Now, Arizona is not one of the states listed with infection so far, but California had 10 people affected, and the tainted lettuce and E. coli could be here in the States, so it is not worth risking it. The CDC says throw it away as soon as possible as they continue to investigate and try and find the source. We'll stay on top of this story. Katie, Steve.
Thanks so much, Zach. And joining me in studio now is Jessica Rigler, the Interim Assistant Director with the Arizona Department of Health Services. Jessica, about a third of these cases popping up in California. No cases in Arizona so far, but they're right next door, obviously. Does that give you some belief that we might see cases pop up here?
Yeah, that's correct, Steve. So far, we haven't seen any cases of E. coli associated with this outbreak here in Arizona, but it's certainly possible, which is why we're encouraging Arizonans to throw away any romaine lettuce that they have and not to purchase or eat any romaine lettuce.
It's been described as a virulent strain of E. coli, but one that health officials have seen before. We had an outbreak in 2017, also suspected to be linked to lettuce, but we never found the source. Does that leave you with more or less optimism that we're going to figure out what's behind it this time?
We have public health officials across the country, as well as federal food safety organizations, really looking into this. The more interviews we can do with people who are sick to identify where they may have purchased their products, the better job we can do of tracing it back to the specific source so we can narrow this outbreak down.
Meantime, the blanket advice is just get rid of romaine lettuce altogether. But if you've got it, say, in a produce drawer in your refrigerator, do you need to get rid of everything that's in that produce drawer as well, and maybe even clean and sanitize the drawer itself?
We're recommending that if you have any romaine lettuce in your refrigerator, that you throw that lettuce away and that you do take steps to clean and sanitize your refrigerator. That lettuce was in contact with other foods in your refrigerator. You may want to get rid of them too, especially if it's ready to eat produce that you're not going to cook first.
Better safe than sorry, I'm sure.
Exactly. Yeah.
Thanks so much, Jessica.